Hello, thanks for tuning in. It's Leela from Miss Leela Pink Journey. I had a question from someone that asked, how do I add stippling into my designs on some of my latest projects? One of the ways I add stippling is by using the Embroidered program, the software, and I have Stitch Artist 1. So I can add stippling in that way. It has a design for stippling in there, and you can add it and make it larger, smaller, or whatever kind of run stitches or stitches you want. The other way I do it is I choose on my actual Babylock Venture, I choose IQ Designer here at the bottom. And then the next thing I do is I choose a shape that I want, and you can choose one of many of these shapes. I'm going to choose a square. Click OK. The next thing I do is I click on this little page looking button to turn off the outline. I use that. Click OK. The next thing I do is I click the paint bucket. Once I click the paint bucket, I click the outside of my box here, just to touch the outside of it, the outside of my little outline. And the next thing I do is I will choose this box because it has the stippling or whichever other design you want. There's plenty other designs here, but I like to use stippling, so I'll grab that. And I will change my color to pink just because it's one of my favorites. No reason. Click OK. After I have chosen that, I will select the paint bucket here, the bottom. And then I will click right into my square, and that gave me my stippling. Just that easy. Quick enough, isn't it? Click the next button. And this is where I can change some of the sizing of my actual stippling design, make it larger or smaller, whatever the case is. And this is where you get to do your own thing with it. I don't usually mess with the run pitch because I don't know that much about software to mess with it, but you can take it up and down and do what you want to do with it. Click OK. Next, for my actual spacing, this is what I do change because there are times when I want my spacing to be smaller or larger. I'm going to take it down just a little bit more. Let's try 80, see what happens. That's too small for me, but that's going to be a lot of stitching, so that's not a size that I would normally choose. I'm going to bring it back up a little bit and show you how you can just play with it. I like that size. And make it to a size that you would like. Let's try in the 300s. 260. What does that do? That's a very nice size right there. And then you can click this box. I guess it shows you like the distance from the outside of your design, from the outline or something like that. I'm going to click 0. And it's in there. Let's click set. And it's telling me now that this design is going to be converted to embroidery pattern, and IQ Designer will be exited. Okay, to continue to embroider the edit screen, yeah, I'm going to click OK for yes. And now I actually have my actual design there. I have a real small hoop on right now, so if I hit end edit, it's going to tell me that I need to change to a larger frame. Or I can always size it. I use this button so that I don't lose whatever is in my actual design. Click OK. Now end edit. And if I want to change the color and all of that, I can click embroidery. And this is where I can go in and actually choose colors. That's not colors. Choose colors off my machine, things like that. And that's how simple it is for me to actually add stippling using my actual embroidery machine to stitch onto a design. Click OK. So I'm going to hit return. I don't want to cancel that. I just want to, let me hit edit. So if I had other words I wanted to add on here, let's click add. And let's just say I wanted to add, those letters are so big, but let me take one. Let's say I want to grab this letter and L for me. How big is that? Hit set. And I need to size that down a lot. So I can click OK, and then that way I'm ready to set. I'm ready and set to go ahead and maybe do a quilt block or a pillow or whatever I wanted to do with the background of the stippling with the L on top. If there were some other words or letters I wanted to add in there, I could also do that too. Let me remove that L and add a design I have on my machine somewhere. Logo, and add it into my machine. Let me size it down. Add the logo into my design, not my machine. So if I want to add that, I can click in edit. Now it's the right size. I would have that Boyd Brooks logo, and it's sitting right on top of my actual embroidery stippling. I could hit embroidery, and then I could have whatever color I want. I normally, a lot of times, make my stippling the same color as my fabric or to match my fabric. So let's say I had, let me change the color. I'm going to tell you, I'm using the magic wand to change the color on my machine. Let's say I wanted to make it, I have silver. It's not going to change the screen away, but I'm going to say silver there. And then I wanted to make this one blue because that is their color. That's on number 9. And then I can just be ready to stitch. It's ready for me to stitch. I can hit the lock key and return, and then I can stitch with this stippling design and the actual logo. Stippling design was stitched first, as showing you on here on the machine, and then the logo was stitched right on top of that, and I'd have stippling under a design. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions that I might be able to answer, don't forget to leave them below in your comments and tell me, how do you add stippling using your machine or your software, because I'm trying to learn something new every day. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.